Well, after 2 years in TCR, Scott Sumpton makes the jump up to the British Touring Car Championship for 2024. And I'm delighted that he joins me with a big smile on his face at Autosport International 2024 here at the NEC in Birmingham. Scott, really good to see you. Just first of all, I'm wondering whether or not the smile on your face is because of what's to come or because of what's already been announced.
I think it's a bit of both, really. Yesterday when we released it, I was on my phone constantly seeing people put messages in, and it was just lovely to see, really. It's the most interaction my social media has got, so yeah, really happy with that. And also just to get on the grid, for my first time to get out in the car, I really can't wait for that. And then to be sitting with loads of other British touring cars around me, waiting for the lights to go out. I can't wait for that either.
We'll talk about what might be going through your mind at that first round at Donington in a moment. But actually, it wasn't that long ago that the deal was done. How did it come about?
It was really weird. So I was over in Spain, doing a race over in Spain, and it was at the airport. Me and my mate was speaking about British touring cars, and he said, "Why don't you give it a shot?" And I was sort of like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a go. So yeah, literally at the airport we was talking about it, and then by the time we got off the plane, it was sort of already underway.
You make it sound so simple.
It wasn't so simple, but no, really looking forward to getting out in the car, and yeah, it's sort of a dream come true, really, to be racing on the British Touring Car Grid on ITV. It's I think it's every young driver's dream who is into tin top racing to be on the British Touring Car Grid.
So you're with Restart Racing, partnering Chris Smiley, who's done rather well for himself in TCR. I'm sure he'll be a good mentor to you. TCR is a good training ground for you in your career to move up now to BTCC.
Yeah, no, I think TCR's done me really well. I've learned a lot, learned how to deal with a front-wheel drive, high horsepower car. So yeah, I've had a really good time in that. Over in Spain as well, we got 2 podiums to finish off the season in 2023. So yeah, nice. I think it's set me up really nicely and given me a big boost of confidence to try and go into British touring cars and do the best I can.
Have you been a fan of the BTCC for a while?
Yeah, for a long while. I remember when I was a little bit younger, just turning into ITV when I was at home. And yeah, the racing on there in the British Touring Car Championship's amazing. The drivers are amazing, and I just can't wait to be part of the grid.
You're going to be in a Cupra, very nice piece of kit to have underneath you. You've now got the hybrid to deal with. We've got the new, in fact we were chatting a little earlier about the new qualifying to come, and a very competitive grid of drivers and teams. You must have perhaps lain in bed at home and closed your eyes and thought what it's going to be like to be on that grid at Donington very soon.
Yeah, I think it is going to be. It is, of course, it's going to be a little bit daunting. Some big names, but that's what I think. Everybody's got a chance to be on that grid, so I've got to do the best I can, and it is going to be daunting. Of course, when I say the lights go out, but I think once the light goes out, you've got your driving head on then, and it's sort of every overtake you're just going for the next car. So yeah, I am really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to get out on the grid at Donington.
I suspect it might exceed your expectations as well, because what comes with the British Touring Car Championship is a huge fan base, scrutiny because you're on television and people watching your every move. That makes for a very big sort of weight on your shoulders to some degree.
Yeah, I think it is a massive weight on my shoulders. Of course, being live on ITV, of course that'll be on the back of my mind when I'm sitting on the grid. But yeah, I just think I've got the opportunity to do it, so I've just got to give it the best I can. And like I said before, I just really can't wait, and just do the best I can, really.
We mentioned that you're partnering Chris Smiley, who I'm sure is going to work very closely with you. They do say, and I think you mentioned it to Matt James from Motorsport News earlier, that the first person you've got to beat is your teammate. How well would that go down?
I don't think it would go down too well, but no, Chris is a lovely guy. I really like Chris. We've had a good working relationship for the last year, and we're going to carry that on in British touring cars. He's a very good, aggressive driver, and I think you have to be in British touring cars, get the elbows out. But no, I really like Chris, and I'm sure he's going to help me out throughout the year. But I don't think he'll help me out if I'm quicker than him. But I don't expect to be for the first. however long. But I want to be racing with him, of course.
Yeah. Who are the touring car drivers from the current batch that you admire the most?
Ash Sutton, as he's from Essex as well. I got one of my sims off of him. So I really do like Ash. His driving style as well. Again, he is the pinnacle, and of course being a champion as well. Very, very good driver, and one that I've looked up to for the last few seasons, really.
Yeah. Just for those who don't know, what are going to be the fundamental differences between the TCR cars that you've been driving now, moving into the Cupra in the BTCC with the regulations that this championship has?
There's going to be a few differences. The British touring cars are, I believe, a second quicker at each of the UK circuits. So I think suspension-wise are a little bit different. I think the underneath of the cars, they're built for racing, whereas some of the TCR cars, they're a road car built to be a racing car, and some has some of the components that you'll find on the normal road car. Whereas the BTCC cars, they're full-blown race cars to go around the track at over 100 miles an hour.
You've got a brilliant smile on your face and a slight look of panic in your eye, if I might say so, at the moment. It is a competitive grid. You must have thought in your own mind that you might set yourself an expectation for, say, the first half of the season and what you'd like to achieve. Obviously, things like the Jack Sears Trophy will be in the back of your mind. Have you done that? Have you thought about a line in the sand for the first half of the season yet?
Yeah, so me and my boss of Restart Racing, Ben Taylor, we've been talking about it, and I think Jack Sears is that's where I want to aim for, to be champion of that. Of course, like I said before, it's not going to be easy. There's loads of great competition, but I think if we set ourselves a target and aim for that, then there's no reason why we can't do great things this year. And then points-wise, just get into the points every single race. Hopefully, again, it's going to be difficult. There's great drivers on the grid, so yeah, I don't see why we can't.
It's going to be an exciting year for you, isn't it?
Really, yeah, I really can't wait for it, and I just want to get out in that Cupra now. But
when do you get in the car? When do you get some testing time?
So we're still waiting for the engine off of M Sport, so hopefully we'll have that by the end of February. So early part of March, I hope, and get a little testing program put together, March and April, ready for the first round at Donington.
Fantastic. It's really good to have you in the series and really great to catch up with you here. I look forward to seeing you on the grid at Donington in not too many months' time.
Thank you very much.